trust me on my serotonin? Can you hear it running? This feeling's got me choking on the air I breathe. The air I breathe. The air I breathe. The air I breathe.
Alrighty, hello, and welcome to today's stream. Good morning. How are we doing, folks? Good to see ya. Unfortunately, somehow, the world is not a big fan of me, so I managed to pick up another cold. Somehow, like literally a week and a half after my last one. But, thankfully, antibodies are a thing, so, we're mostly good. So I think we're going to try and speed run this cold and get through it as quickly as possible. But apologies in advance to any and all sniffling, snorting, and other coughing sounds and whatnot that may or may not happen during the stream. What's up, Kobe? How's it going? Welcome in. I'm sucking on a cough drop at the moment, so hopefully that will keep the coughs controlled at least for the first couple hours here as we chat. But yeah, agenda is on the or in the chat there, rather, on the screen, I guess, as well. But we're gonna do a little bit of Curse City. Got a couple of stages to try, mostly just the one. Not sure if we're gonna try S19 or not, we'll see. And of course, as the title suggests, the title of the stream, it is the Takeover stream for March, the last Saturday of the month. So we are gonna be doing our community takeover later on. Once we get that going, just to get the ball rolling. And then last but not least, we got to test out Bayek. He's not fully built in terms of masteries, but he is geared. We'll take a look, refresh look at his gear, and we'll test him out in Hydra to start, and then maybe a little bit of PvP live arena if there's time. So there you go. Lots of stuff to get into today. Other than the cold, how's it going? I cannot complain, man. It's always a good day out here. It's always a good day. What's up? The man of the hour. How you doing, man? All right, so let's jump right into the Cursed City. It's been a long time coming. Oh, that's Chimera. It's been a long time coming. Like, I want to say like at least 2 weeks of kind of teasing this. But I finally finished building out Sanguine Maria. And in fact, we might actually rebuild her after this, because with the advent of Total Guard, I'm kind of intrigued by triple hitter A1 extra turn champions, and she kind of fits the mold. So we'll see if I want to make her one of my primary arena champions. But for now, she's just kind of useful, at the very least, in this particular Curse City stage. So I kind of did this off camera, but I did some efficacy tests already just to kind of see if the team could work. And last time I beat this stage, I think it was just this squad, and it was just a pain in the butt. Like, I got it done eventually, but it just took forever and ever. And Maria has definitely helped make it a lot easier. So she is very, very useful. And I was impressed. I was very much impressed. So hopefully we get a good run here and we can just knock it out of the park and get it done here for you guys. For a single target champion, Maria is underrated. I would say so. I think she kind of came out in a very, very confusing way, and that kind of turned a lot of people off. But I think when you use her properly, she's really, really strong. How did I build her? It's probably going to change, but right now she's in Perception and Lethal. So, essentially, the way I set this up, we weaken, I mean, everyone has decreased defense, obviously, but we weaken one of the illegals because they're the squishiest, and that allows us to come in with the A2. She is unbooked, by the way. You can see with the cooldowns, 4 turn. She doesn't have all the maximum damage and whatnot. But we can kill him, and we get a free lockout. Isn't that great? Super powerful. Now, what I'm going to try to do is track her turns. So she's taken 1 turn so far. Wake up. There you go. That's why Duden's on the team. Remember, so this is a single target that removes buffs. But she doesn't have 3 buffs, so that's not going to help us here. Honestly, I think we just go for the extra turn chance. Nope, didn't get it. Alright, that's her second turn. Put yours in 9-piece Mercurial. That does make sense. I just personally will not ever use 9-piece Mercurial, but I'm totally down to use like 4-piece Mercurial. 9-piece makes sense though. How does that work if she misses her turn? I assume that still counts as a turn, right? Does anyone know? I think she's on turn 4, assuming that counted. So this is why Duden's on the team, so we can come in there with the A1 and hopefully cleanse off stuff. We didn't get lucky there. Alright, we'll do this. Extra turn. We get some fears out there. Oh, we didn't get the third turn, or the third buff. Oh, whoops, I meant to use Ray 1. It still counts? Okay, good to know. Ooh, I was just about to get on my diatribe about Fear being a fake debuff, but it procced on both of the Georgians. So I can't complain. There we go. Dude doing work. Alright, kill him, get the lockout. Not that it really matters at this point, they kind of use their abilities. Her passive is pretty neat too, as far as just like, at least for like PvE, she'll just randomly take less damage, which is kind of nice. Extra turn. Extra turn again. Oh crap, I lost count. Well, let's see what happens. Nope, it was not on a third. Let's save the AoE for the next wave. Whoops, that was the wrong person. Let's taunt. I want to kill Hegemon first so that she doesn't heal him. Never mind. We remove that. A Scythe for the win. I don't need to do that. They should give her a counter next to her name. It would be nice. I mean, I know they've kind of said that they're probably not going to do any of that stuff, but like Thor's counter, Odin's counter, Queen of Hearts counters, and all that stuff. I think it would be good if they invested in figuring that out. But who knows? Who knows what they're actually going to do long term? But yeah, wave 2 is basically the hard part with the hegemons. But once we get past that, what you have is basically kind of smooth sailing. Unless we get horrendously unlucky here. Which is possible, but unlikely. So we do this, lock him out. Let's taunt. Boom, boom. Easy peasy. Maria carrying the team. Although, interestingly, if I rebuild her, she's going to be faster than Dahi, or Dahi. So it's not going to work as smoothly or the second go round, or subsequent rotations, but nonetheless. Alright. Yeah, so she's down here. I did change a bit of her gear. I'm still kind of deciding exactly what I want to do. I think she's at least worth trying out in like higher level stuff. Excuse me. But obviously she's not booked, so I'd have to book her out fully to really get her a full test. So that's probably going to be a couple streams away. But I'm intrigued. Let's just put it that way. I'm intrigued. Being able to break total guard and then potentially get an extra turn is really, really useful compared to like a Rotos, for example, who would have to get multiple extra turns to do it. Pop it in to say hi. Oh, no, appreciate it, man. Feel free to lurk if you feel inclined. No worries. But yeah, current build, granted, you know, keep in mind she's level 50. She's not fully, her stats aren't fully maxed out, but they're not going to be that much higher. But 30,000 HP, 4.4k on the attack. There's no awakening or anything. 234 speed, full crit rate, 200 crit damage, which is really low. And then a little bit of accuracy. But this is more of like the Cursed City build. So that's probably not how we're going to keep her long term. And then if we just go through the gear pieces, let me move myself, because if we're doing a gearing session, we don't want to block the stats. We got these gloves, we got a meh chest, decent boots. We didn't need crit rate, so we just got speed, because we got the crit rate here, and then crit rate speed. So they're like okay pieces, but not amazing. I think my goal build, well, okay, I think like super long term, excuse me, super long term, I would want like basically Carnage 2.0. So he's not quite there yet either, but like I'd want Feral lethal, just so you can't get like carnaged or bombed. But like his speed, I guess, is the main thing. Like his crit damage isn't crazy because I went for speed mostly, but the 286 kind of like, you know, upwards of 300, but 300's a bit high even for me. So I think 270-ish is kind of where I'd be aiming for. Like Mezamel is kind of like peak speed with a 302, but she's not going to be that good. And then like a step down from that is my Queen Ava, who's at 264, but she benefits from not needing full crit rate, so you get a little bit more bang for your buck out of her. But essentially that range of like the 260, 270, 280, somewhere around there is probably where I'd want to run her, just because you want to go fast. In my opinion, or in my mind, you want Maria to go fast, break the total guard, and hope for an extra turn, or do something else to kind of do some stuff. So basically I want Carnage's build, but without stealing gear from Carnage, because even now, more so than before, Carnage is good in the total guard meta. So I want to keep him in his gear, unfortunately. This is the decision you got to make on your account. You can't build everyone, or you can't use everyone. New Predator build, 4-piece lethal, and no stone skin. Yep. Lots of people don't run stone skin on Predator just because he's veiled and the passive is broken. So I don't think stone skin's mandatory. I've seen a lot of mercurial Predators, but that's cracked out, man. Honestly, you might even be a little too fast. As long as you're like HP percent boots with whatever speed falls out, I think that's a solid build in the current meta. All right. So I did transfer my best attack ring to her. So it's a triple roll, attack ring with attack, some HP as well. I gave her a decent amulet. I don't know if it's the best one, because I want her to have some accuracy, just not necessarily a ton. This might be better actually, because it's feral. like long term, I guess I don't have to put this on her now, but long term, this is probably going to be the amulet because it's feral. This one would be better, like accuracy wise, because it's a triple, effectively triple. And then it kind of gets worse from there. I think Vlad has a decent one as well. Michelle does a decent one, so DVD. I'm not gonna change that yet, but it's probably gonna be this one. I don't have any feral pieces to spare at the moment to make the build. I mean, we can look, but I'm pretty sure I don't. It's a tall order because basically, like, Carnage's build, like I said, it's really good, and like I need another pair of these, which it's like good luck, you know. Triple crit with speed. Ideally, it would be kind of inverted, actually, like double speed, double crit, or triple speed crit with the attack and HP. But it's like, yeah, hoping for bottom piece, perfect roll, gloves, and feral. I don't know. Not mandatory, but nice to have. The build is 4-month-old account. Not bad, not bad. Mercurial is only when you get a lens. Oh, okay, for the ignore defense. Fair enough. Then the other part of Carnage's build is the boots, which are really good too. Like crit rate, attack. Obviously, you know, be slightly better with accuracy, but they're good enough, right? Speed on speed. That's like another thing where it's like, that'd be great on Maria, but I need my Carnage. Although I will say, Carnage, I biased him more so towards accuracy, like the 350, and he has an accuracy banner. But Maria, I have her with accuracy banner right now, but I'm probably gonna go for an attack banner. Just not my Rotos one. Reaction would be okay. It'd probably be this one. It's just not as fast as I would like. I honestly though, I would say if/when I get my Rotos into 9-piece Merciless, I'd definitely take this banner for sure. But that would also mean that I would need to put her in, like, long term, I'd need to put her in a feral ring. Which I guess I could force her into this when the time came. Like, it'd be this amulet with this banner if I get 2 pieces of feral. Anyways, all right. Stop dilly-dallying. Let's take this off because this isn't great. Let's take this off. That's not great. It's probably not going to fit in the new build. Take that off and we'll remove this for now. I always start with a new build. I always start with the gloves or the boots, depending upon the the goal. But in this case, I'm looking for like speed and accuracy. So it's either like the speed set, ideally 6-star. So we don't have anything in the speed set, which is a bummer. Savage, this is my Dark Fae. Dark Fae farm team, so I don't want to steal from that. These gloves are not great. They're not really high speed and they're lower on crit rate, so they're not ideal. So Savage is not looking good to start. We might keep these on because it's just speed with attack, low crit rate, but I think we can compensate. I wish I had another pair of these on my Meza. Crit damage, speed, crit, attack. That'd be great for another speed build, but don't have another pair, unfortunately. We'll come back to Perception. Lethal, I'm not going to steal from Harima, but this is also not super fast, and this is more defense focused. Once again, these are meh, but they are lethal. I don't know. I've said this many times. My Savage lethal gear is just like ass, generally speaking. It's really not that good. At least for, like, you know, optimized pieces. And then we have these two, which I can't steal. I would love to steal these, but this is Marius, and Marius is also important. And then Carnage, we looked at earlier. The Feral's out. So Perception is her last hope, but I believe that she has the best pair. This is slower. This is hella crit, but not speed. But if it comes back and hits speed... Nope, okay. That one's out. I might actually give these to Solus. These are slower, and these are slower. So it's either we keep these, or we open it up to 5-star, which I don't want to do. But we might not have a choice. I know these are bad, which is why they're on Eric's. It's too slow. These are good, but they're defense, no attack, so that's suboptimal. And, you know, with the context of like this being an arena build, I'm not going to put something that's suboptimal on them within reason. Like, this is good, but there's no attack percentage. This is too slow, too slow, too slow, too slow. These could work. They're flat attack. Too slow. I doubt I have cruel. Too slow. These are okay, but they're a little weak. I've thought about stealing these. I'd have to rebuild Queen Ava, who's also important on my account, but it's a thought. But this would also lock me into Savage versus Lethal, which I'm not convinced yet. But it's also like, if I can... These gloves are faster, less crit, but I get more attack, and so like even these gloves feel like a downgrade no matter what, so it just doesn't feel worth it. I go Takeover. We haven't started yet. This is still my account. We'll do that a bit, I guess, once I finish rebuilding Maria here. If. You have 1,230 anniversary points. You know how many are still available after the Hero's Path? Are you saying after 400 from the Hero's Path? Or just not counting it in general? I guess that's the same question. There should be 100 from Divers, 80 from Gear Enhancement, so 180 plus 50 plus 50. Which is 100, so 280. Crit damage would be interesting, but that's not really what we're going for in the build. Yeah, I think our best bet is just to keep these on, unfortunately. And then the second part is, of course, the chest. We do want attack percentage, you want speed and crit. Now this is where things get a little bit more sad. Slash interesting, but mostly sad. This is 5-star. Well, no, we can't have speed because we're locked into perception at this point. So the only options are Savage. So we've got this, which is not great on the Wukong. 5-star. It's good speed, low crit rate. But if I have a low crit rate here, I don't want low crit rate as well on the chest. This one, I'm ashamed to say that I bought this from the market. Because as you can see, I'm really desperate for attack percentage chests in Savage and Lethal. And it didn't roll that well, unfortunately. Cost me a million silver. Sad times. But those are the only two options if we commit to Savage. Not happy. We have Lethal. Obviously, Mazanel's, I'm not going to steal hers. We have this, which is really low speed, low crit rate, but crit damage, which is not optimal for this build. This is a great piece. I'd be happy, or I'd be fine stealing this from Varl. Double speed crits with some accuracy, just basically everything we want. Carnages doesn't have much. It's crit damage, crit rate, a little bit of speed. And this is Carnage build, or Carnage chest, but worse. So that's an option. It's 5-star, but it would lock us into lethal versus savage. However, the other thing I was considering is this. So this would give us 6-star. So we get 10% more attack. It's lower on speed. But we'd get a lot more crit rate, which would counteract the gloves. And it would lock down the chest, which is one of the harder bits to get. I have a lot of boots to choose from, but I don't have a lot of chests, as we just looked at. So I'm thinking that might be the best bet. However, this isn't terrible. Because it is... Oh, the perception is throwing off the speed delta. Okay, I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. It is... Let's say the glyph is the same. What, 9 speed faster? 8 speed faster? Crit rate's a bit lower, but we get the accuracy. Worst part about rare pieces, third... Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like for me, the only reason I keep the rare pieces... Excuse me. The only reason I would ever keep the rare pieces are if the 2 substats are good, and it rolls good as well. So, well, no matter what the other 2 are, I'm looking at the top 2. So, like, sure, this could roll, like, defense percentage or something, right? Or I roll crit damage, it's even better. But like, even if it rolled defense, like I wouldn't care because I kept this piece because it was attack with speed and crit and it doubled crit. I probably would have kept it anyways if it full split or if it doubled speed. So it was a good piece no matter what. It might not be up to the snuff of like my best champions, if that makes sense. So I guess you could make the argument of Ascension, right? Obviously this could ascend even higher, but with the Ascension, this is effectively a 6-star chest anyways. So I'm thinking we rock the lethal chest. How's it going, Lou? Let me check the temperature of my tea here. It is drinkable. Okay. And yeah, I said it at the top, but obviously more people have joined in. But yes, I am sick once again. No, I don't know why, but apparently you can get sick like back to back, which is my case. So I do have another cold. I had a lovely week though, where I wasn't sick, which is nice. But unfortunately, we're back under the weather. It's a lot milder though. All right, let me mark this down. We're gonna steal a chest from Varl. We gotta fix everybody. Darkside, I feel like I don't even know what happened to your message there. It looks like there's a bunch of extra words. I think you hit like Control V from your old I was like, what is going on here? He just revealed his schedule. I know what you're doing tomorrow. But Yeah, I would say it depends on, you know, what your gear filters are, and also just what how much space you have. But for me, I know that I am in need of attack percentage chests with crit rate in perception. Like you can see, what I have 4 6-star ones, but this one is like speed accuracy that just happens to have crit. So this is like a bomber chest, so that one doesn't count. This one rolled okay, triple speed, but no roll in the crit, so it's like meh. This is a split with accuracy, and this is only good on whisper because it's like crit damage, crit rate, no speed. So it's like I don't have a chest right now that's double crit, and so this is the only one, and this is a recent one from forging. So it's like I could sell it, but there literally is no equivalent, you know. It's like that's kind of why it's like for me it's relative to the gear that I have or don't have. So it's like this is my highest crit rate attack percentage chest in perception. Period. Even though it's rare. So like if it gets beaten by an epic or legendary, sweet, but that gear doesn't exist. So until it does, this is the one. May have forfeited Polyp's 5-star soul for Edward. I wouldn't feel bad about that one. I think we got a free Thunderbolt Spear too, right? From the Advent calendar, right? Or no. That was a Gore Crescent. Never mind. Or no, sorry. You're getting the spear. You're substituting the 5-star soul for Pelops. I think that's fine. I don't think Pelops is gonna be useful for like another year. Lethal or Instinct? Instinct is a Forge Pass set. Oh yeah, I'm filtered, so I don't have any. But yeah, Instinct is a Forge Pass set, which I don't have a lot of because I don't spend money. So that's not a real set. Oh, you beat me. You almost beat me to it. Yeah, Instinct is not a real set to me. It doesn't exist. None of the Forge Pass sets. Pause. None of the Forge Pass sets exist to me. From a utility standpoint, I have what, 4 pieces? 4 pieces that don't even make a set. And they're all 5-star. I need to build that marine. That's what we're doing now, Lou. Gosh. Impatient. I kid. Alright, so we're locked into lethal then, which is good, because that means we need less crit rate, because we get the set bonus of 10, which helps offset the gloves. So now the question becomes, do we want perception boots or lethal boots? 9-piece merciless. Bruh. You guys must be spoiled with your gear. For the record, if I did have 9-piece merciless and undead hordes, it's gonna go on my Rhodos. Even though Maria's, arguably better in the current meta, I still use Rhodos for a lot of things. So there's no way in hell I would have 2 coherent 9-piece merciless sets in the same faction. You guys might. I definitely do not. Alright, so let's see if we have if this gear even exists. So crit rate with accuracy, these are on Marius, we're not going to take those. These are on Empress. Which I'm not opposed to stealing. These are 6-star. Because I remember initially when I was building Empress, I was like, I thought I wanted to put him in a decent amount of accuracy, but in the end, I think he ended up with like 100 and something. So the 30 accuracy isn't really doing all that much on him, but it would do a lot on her. But before we dive too deep on that, see what we're rocking in perception, because that could just make it easier and we don't have to break Empress. I know these exist. But once again, that's Dark Fae. Farming lethal is more important than doing whatever. I could steal these. Angar's not important. I wish it was attack instead of the HP roll. But double crit accuracy and 6-star boots is pretty good. Double accuracy crit is backwards. Double accuracy crit is backwards again. Double, that's resistance. Wow. These are way too good for a Feign. This must have been like some faction wars something. I know I don't have 9-piece Merciless for her because I don't have 9-piece Merciless for Rotos. Like I know I don't. So I don't need to check. I don't have a Merciless banner in Undead Hordes at all. Oof. I feel like we don't need the crit rate though. I mean, I'll take the double, but I'm more tempted by the speed on speed because it's already there. Ooh. Those are perfect. But your Carl is on Dark Fae as well. I might be able to swap a Ruski on these guys here. Give these to your Carl. Take these. Eventually re-roll it into speed, but for now I don't think I could beat that. These are defense. This is good too though, but that's like the opposite of this. And these aren't that great, and then we're into rares and whatnot. Could probably get away with this on your Carl, to be honest, or maybe not. Okay. So if we're comparing apples to oranges, we've got well, no. I mean, these are just better. 6-star versus 5-star. Obviously, they're not ascended yet, which is a bit of a bummer, but we get more accuracy. We don't get as much crit damage, but it might be higher damage overall because we're getting attack and crit damage, and then we just get some crit rate. So, I think we have a winner there. Carl. Obviously, this would probably be a faster process if I wasn't talking through every step, but I hope it's useful to understand the thought process. She's more relevant than Rotos? Sure, but I'm not facing 9-piece Mercurial like crazy just because I don't do a bunch of live arena. So, in terms of what I actually need champions to do, my Rotos works just fine in a lot of places, like, or a lot of cases, thinking like more 3v3 in Classic Arena. So, it's just like thinking about what I actually deal with versus the pure meta type stuff. But, just to prove the point, like, yeah, I literally don't have a banner at all. So there is no option for 9-piece Merciless for either of them. As cool as that might be. All right, how are we doing speed-wise? 213, not bad. We got perception locked in already. I'll come back to the banner. We're probably going to change it from accuracy, but for now we'll just leave it as it is. So now we need top pieces in lethal. Looking up your Zargalla's gear. Oh, the triple hitter AoE. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you don't want to run a Marius, that's an idea. Or if you don't have Marius yet. Alright. I know for a fact that I have... Or at least I thought I had a helmet somewhere that was... good. Or maybe I'm full of it. I know I have this. I might have been thinking of this. Because this could double-double. Not bad. We're a bit low on crit rate, but I think we could fix that. So that's a decent piece. Double speed, double accuracy. Because either that or this, and that's just... it's literally better. Then we need a good mix of speed and crit on a weapon. Good crit, not good speed. Oof. Can't steal from Carnage. Oof. Can't steal from Harima. That's a good generic piece. That might be the one. That is worse. I mean, well, it gives me accuracy, but we need a decent amount of crit. Is the gear enhancement live? Nope, it is not. It goes live tomorrow. I'm not even doing it anyways, so I don't care if we waste silver today. So we're at 85 with the set bonus, so we need 15 crit rates on the last piece. So we have to start with this. Obviously, we can't have attack on the shield. So that's irrelevant. So double crit speed, that's kind of our baseline. In fact, let's just order this by crit. This is slower, right? Yeah. How much slower is this? 5 speed for extra accuracy. Overkill on the crit. This is worse speed-wise, but it's only 1 speed, but it gives me extra accuracy. Can't give her that one. Ooh. Ooh, or we could steal from Leo, who I'm less and less impressed by in recent days. Faster, less crit, plus the accuracy. I think that's the winner. Because this crit's overkill, so it doesn't matter. We get more accuracy than this. Same thing here, it's like more crit doesn't help us. And it's the same accuracy. I'm down. Alright, Leo. So where are we at? 260? 260 before a bunch of glyphs, or do we have glyphs everywhere? We have glyphs in some areas. Give me a 9 or a 10. Four is fine. Something above a 20. 23, we'll take it. Ideally, this would be attack. It is not. Two, 6, 4. There's a 9. There's an 8. This one I'll probably save for some future gear enhancement, but we'll take it to 15 to get most of the attack out of it. Because the only thing that can be useful here is crit damage or accuracy, which is maybe like a 15% chance of happening. Make this a little bit faster. 4 or 5. 4 or 5. 3 more chances. 2 more chances. Okay. All right, 260-ish. Not quite the speed I'm looking for, but that's probably as good as it's gonna get. If we're gonna keep her with non-feral gear for now, I think I can definitely swap. I think this is the better one. Or no, this is the better one. Yeah, this is the better one. Have you started adding One Piece Swift Parries? I literally have no Swift Parry gear on my account. So no. Alright, we gotta do a little quick shuffle here, because this is One Piece for One Piece. Alright. Crit damage, amulet sorted. So we're back here on the attack banner. I might just leave the accuracy one on her for now. It's like unless these double speed, triple attack, that's okay. But not great though. For the record, like I said earlier, this is a waste of silver. But I'm not doing the gear enhancement. The other one, I don't need to. God, these are decent, but they're not exactly what I'm looking for. I'll have to test it. I'll have to test how valuable the extra accuracy is, because obviously it's only 5-star. Might as well take this up, right? Because you only really need accuracy for what? The lockout? But it's like you get the lockout if you time it right, or you get the lockout probably on, you know, nukers, right? But so if she drops to like 300 accuracy, is that the end of the world? Probably not. So I don't know. I'll have to play test her, see what the difference is. But anyways, I think this is where she'll end up for now. 260 speed, only 4.8k on the attack, but again, she's not fully leveled up yet. She's not fully mastered yet. I think she only has like the first year, so we're gonna get a little bit more crit damage. Obviously, we need to get Helm Smasher and all the other stuffs. So there's a lot more potential in the build to come. I don't know if the support tree really makes the most sense, because I don't even think any of these do anything, right? Like, she doesn't place any debuffs, right? Oh, she just plays free, but that's not impacted by the other stuff. Oh, I forgot she revives herself. Why have I never seen that? Do I always block revive when I'm against a Maria? Or do they just never revive because I lock them out? Or no, I guess this is if you revive, then the enemy would revive. I've never seen this happen. For enemy Marias. I guess, yeah, I never die when I'm going against her. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really tested her yet. She's not booked yet, so I'll have to kind of see what my strategy is around her. Like, obviously, you know, Fabian's still going to be Fabian, right? So probably in most cases I'll be running her with a buff tripper, but at the same time, Fabian gets banned a lot in live arena, so he might not actually be on the team. That cannot be resisted. Cannot be resisted against or enemies with a number of buffs that is divisible by 3. Is that... So that means that you'll try it on everyone, but if 3 of them have 3 buffs and one of them has 2 buffs, then it won't remove them from the person with 2 buffs. I think that's what that means. Okay. The other problem as well is that, like, even if I changed her banner, she'd be slower. Like, I guess it's only 2 speed when you count for the glyphs, assuming the glyphs are equivalent. So it's not the end of the world. But at least we have an easy swap if I change my mind. We drop the accuracy, it goes down to 300 and some change, and then we just have an extra 500 attack. And then long term, I forgot as well, we re-roll the boots into speed, which would make her 280-ish. So she's a little bit faster than she looks on paper. So, okay, I'm happy. Yeah, full test soon in the future. So, we'll see. Am I going for Edward? Yes. Yes, I am. I am indeed going for Edward. Oop. I'm a good chunk of the way there. I'm doing Edward plus full Titan event, so I got all the other Titan event points. I just need this one. But obviously I'm going to get the champion first. But so I need the Chaos Ore, the champion, mythical frags, the key, and then the last bit of fragments. So that's my plan. I think right now everything that's left is worth 20 sacreds. And I still have a day and a half. So I I'm trying to get that number down to like at least 19, which is definitely doable. So beyond that, if I can get it down to 15 sacreds, I'd be in a good spot. Ten sacreds. Oh, you did a lot. You did a lot more than I'm willing to. I probably have the time to do it in the gems to spare, but I just don't feel like I need to. Because I'm also fresh off of Mercy for Sacred, so pulling slightly more than none increases my chances of getting more than one legendary along the way. So I think 15 is a good kind of like middle ground number. I definitely don't want to pull like 20. But yeah, that's that plan. And then I kind of hinted at it earlier with the Titan event, but for me, I'm at 1320. The last 80 from the path will bring me to 1400, and then the last 100. All I need to do is just the 2 tournaments, so the Ice Golem turn attack and the Fire Knight turn attack for the last 100 points, and then it literally doesn't matter about the gear enhancement that starts tomorrow or the third divers. So I don't have to do either of those at all. I mean, obviously I'll get points in divers, but it doesn't matter if I do it fully. So there's that. Let me run this really quickly, and then I need to go fix a couple of builds. Do that as well. Ooh, it is a feral nice with no lightning cage. Wait, what? He had 3 bombs on. How did he live? How is that even possible? Okay, that made no sense, but whatever. He had 3 bombs. You cannot live. I don't care how strong your Nice is. There's no way you survive 3 bombs to do like 80,000 a pop. Or whatever. We take the else. Alright, run that to 0. And then very quickly, I will try to fix the people that I broke. So we broke Leo. Stole his shield. Oh, jeez, that is way overkill on the crit rate. Was he over cap before? Oh, he was. Oh, okay. Yeah, not worth it. Okay. Leo fixed. Carl. 400 accuracy. Yep, that's all we need. Okay. These crit cats, we're good. Your Carl is good to go. Obviously, I need to fix Fane, but she's not really used right now, so I'll worry about that if I ever use her again. And last was Varl. And I'm pretty sure that I was going to give him this one. Honestly, he doesn't really need that much speed. Does he need crit? He does. Oh, that's not enough. Okay. Alright. Good enough. Basically, this is the one Maria had on, so it works. Not gonna worry about it. Slightly over 2 over crit cap, but that's not a big deal. I don't... Unless... Unless that one works a bit better. He doesn't need a ton of speed, because he's basically just Hydra. 100%. More attack. Full crit. Good enough. Alright, Varl's good to go. Cool. Everyone is fixed. Okay, I think we're ready for the takeover. Let me know if you're still here in the chat, Joe. I'll run some campaign real quick just to make sure I don't overcap on energy while we do it. But yeah, it's gonna be a while. Like, I need to farm masteries for, I guess, 4 champions now. It's gonna take a long time. And then I need to book Maria, and this is a non-CVC week coming up with the siege, so it's gonna be a couple of weeks before she's booked, so stay tuned for a full test of her capabilities in the future. Right, this should be the last run we need to do. All right, let's move me back, I guess. And then let's hop on to our takeover account here. So BRB. All right, folks, apologies. He is not yet ready. He is not yet ready, so I'll log it back into my account instead. There we go. That's all good. That's why we have contingency plans, because I am a professional streamer, folks. Professional streamer. But while we wait for that, let's test out Bayek a little bit, yeah? So as a quick refresher, my plan is speed protection. So ideally 9-piece protection long term, but I don't have the gear to pull that off yet. Slash, I could pull it off, but I would lose a decent chunk of stats that I don't want to lose. So you could make the argument that it would be worth it to trade a little bit of stats for the full set, but I don't know. I've found that so far in testing, focusing on like the speed and the accuracy, the 6-piece works well enough, and I usually have control of the fight anyways. But again, I'll have to see more live arena testing. But anyways, so yeah, refresher. His stats again, once again, masteries aren't fully there, so he does not have all of his stats. But 44,000 on the HP, almost 4K on the defense, 341 on the speed, so quite fast. Full crit. He has crit rate gloves, as we'll look at in a bit as we go through the gear pieces. A little bit of crit damage, 185, nothing crazy, and then obviously focusing on the accuracy, nearly 500. Did I pull him, or did I win him in the tournament? I pulled him. I got very lucky during 2x voids where he was boosted on the 10x. Interestingly enough, my champion chase tournament, the winner only did like 11,000 points, but that was because the person sitting at first was just sitting at 10k basically the entire time, and then the winner just kind of crept above him. So you could argue that with the amount of shards that I have, I could have pushed a bit further and contested it, but I'm fairly confident that the guy who stopped at 11,000 only stopped at 11k because the other guy stopped at 10k, meaning that he could have and would have gone further. So I still think I would have lost compared to a whale. But yeah, so that's what we're rocking. So crit rate on the gloves, speed accuracy, crit damage. I'll obviously long-term reroll these into crit damage. Got defense on the chest, speed accuracy, crit damage. Speed on the boots. Want to reroll these into speed. Want to reroll the chest and the defense, of course. But speed boots with accuracy, crit rate, crit damage. Everything you want to see. Hella speed on the shield. A little bit of crit rate, a little bit of accuracy. On the helmet, speed accuracy, crit rate, crit damage. And on the weapon, speed accuracy with some crit damage. Don't care about the attack. For the accessories, a defense ring with okay amount of defense. Not the best, but it is protection, and so we're finishing the set. This was great. Crit damage with crit damage, accuracy, which I forgot to do this to apparently. Sweet. Straight out of the gate, we get a 9. Okay. Yeah, crit damage, protection, double roll accuracy, and then our lovely accuracy mana, triple speed roll with a bunch of glyphs, defense as well, accuracy banner. So that's that, and then I guess with the little glyph, we are now above 500 accuracy. He does have a wand of submission, one of my 5-star ones, so that gives us a little bit extra speed, a little bit extra accuracy, a little bit extra HP. In terms of the gemstones, we get turn meter when you place debuffs. We get accuracy if anyone resists anything, which is unlikely, but still possible. And then if they manage to kill him, when I revive him, he's a bit tankier. So we're abusing his passive, obviously. He is fully booked. No awakening, because I didn't think I'd actually get him. But we did. And then masteries and work. So barely a little bit, but long term, we're going to build up more. So, he is meant to be, /going to be, /is, on my Brutal team. And he is basically a one-to-one swap for my Tuhanarok, who's doing a similar thing. So, as always, I like to do an A/B test. So we'll do a quick battle. This team always survives till the end, so we're not really concerned about that. In terms of overall damage, he will do a little bit more than Tuhanarok because they're both built with crit rate gloves, but he has an AoE versus her single target. So the team baseline, take a screenshot here. It's 474. Obviously, there's a ridiculous amount of RNG and variability when it comes to Hydra, but nonetheless, the main thing we're looking at here is the relative amount of damage between him and Tuhanarok, and then seeing if it makes a difference on the overall team. So the reason Tuhanarok is on this team is she's our anti-torment champion, so every time she takes a turn, she cleanses everyone else, so it gets rid of the fears. But if anyone takes a turn or out of sequence, then the fear could still be a problem, so it's not a foolproof way to counter it, but it is a way. She is our backup block buffs champion, decreased attack. Obviously, Thorion's the primary one for block buffs, but or I guess the Thorion and Lammasu can both do block buffs. Decreased attack, Lammasu has it on her A1, Thorion has it on his A2. Mishinaki can also do that, so we basically had a lot of redundancy on this team, which made it really easy to take her out. And then, of course, increased defense, increased speed. Now, increased speed we get from Elva, increased defense we maintain with Bayek, so that's why it makes sense. How's my Wallmaster build? He's in a really cool build, actually. Let me just set this up real quick first. So my Thorion is in a really end game high level build, as I like to say, but he's in Merciless, but also high resistance, high accuracy, and full damage. So what, 5k attack, 45,000 HP. Obviously that increases as he decapitates head. 3k defense, 250 speed, full crit rate, 280 crit damage, 500 res, and 350 accuracy. So like he's stacked, and I think he's technically built up in through Chimera, like Nightmare Chimera or Ultra Nightmare Chimera. But the main thing is the Merciless set, which is really nice for the cooldown on the big AoE. Oh, I guess yeah, obviously Marius brings increased accuracy, increased defense as well, so that's a bit redundant. But it's not the end of the world. And obviously Bayeks are protected, or have a chance to be protected. But the main appeal of Bayek for Torment is, of course, the perfect Veil on everyone for 2 turns. And then the Provoke. The affinity friendly, because he's Void, he just lands Provoke for 1 turn by default. But if the table is set with 3 or more debuffs on the Head of Decay, you get 2 turn Provoke, which is really strong. So, checking in. We don't know. I haven't heard from him yet. We'll do this not on quick battle, just to kind of see, because I haven't run this yet. I want to see the efficacy of the team, just to make sure there's no massive failure condition I don't know about. But the main thing I want to compare in the end is, like I mentioned, the damage of Bayek versus Tuhanarok. Like I said, they're both built with crit rate gloves. But also, because we're adding extra turns into the run, so Bayek is giving himself the extra turns, Marius is giving himself the extra turns, Thorion's giving himself extra turns, and then I think I still have the what's it called? Perch Shadow on Elva, so she's getting extra turns. Anyway, point being, I want to see if we actually do less damage because we have less turns available to deal damage. Oh, interesting. We overcapped the debuff bar here with the brimstone, so we didn't actually get the provoke. We might actually get the cleanse. Interesting. Unless he dies. Oh, okay, he died. We're chilling. I think this run should be super safe. Obviously, we're going to have, between Marius and Bayek, we're always going to be under increased accuracy, basically. So that's also nice, because then the head of Suffering? Yeah, the head of Suffering, he will basically never big crit us, because you can't crit, or enemies can't crit. So that's neat. So I think the only risk of death here is really just reflect damage. But the reflect damage will only affect us if it survives the 2 chances we have for block buffs, if it doesn't get stripped off by Marius before he dies, and if it doesn't get stripped off by Mishinaki. So I think in most instances we should be fine, but we'll pass judgment afterward. I guess Elva as well, since she's on the team, there's a good chance that she could also just cleanse off any fears. But the primary mode of dealing with the fear, of course, is the Perfect Veil. And then, in terms of masteries long term, the plan for Bayek is, of course, Lasting Gifts, as well as Master Hexer. So, we should be able to kind of, not permanently, but most of the time, we should be able to keep Perfect Veil up in the entire time, aside from all the people with the extra turns. I genuinely, I don't know how I could do more damage with this team. It's just still the main account? Yes, it is. Our takeover recipient wasn't ready yet, so. Oh, we got the 2-turn provoke. So that's fun. He's not going to survive for 2 turns, but nonetheless. Oh, that's the other thing where that's the other thing we're soft comparing between the 2 comps here. Is prior, the only source of provoke on the old iteration of the team was Authoritarex Lamasu being in a provoke set. So whenever she'd AoE on her A1, we'd have a chance to place the provoke, which is essentially just translates to the Head of Decay gets a lot of cleanses off, but also, as you can tell, we have a lot of enemy max HP on the team, and the resets from Lamasu as well. So the heads don't live for very long. So it was kind of a fair trade. But in this iteration, in theory, for the most part, we should have the Head of Decay locked down most of the time, so we really shouldn't see any cleanses at all. Which could equate to more damage. It kind of depends. So, anyways, we'll see. We'll see as the run goes on. And as a reminder, the number to beat was 474 million. Of course, you know, plus or minus some variance with the randomness of Hydra, affinities, and all that jazz, weak hits, etc. Dude, the Head of Suffering, it tickles. Like the rage counter or whatever, it doesn't even, no one's taking damage basically. I guess this is where some people would go for, like, they would say they would drop the Elva, like the Reviver, and just add a 4th DPS and just pray that they get a good RNG run that doesn't actually proc the reflect damage and no one dies. And that might actually work. I just prefer a little bit of safety. Like, I want to be able to run my run once and not worry about it, so I'd rather have an average amount of damage and run it once versus have a slightly higher amount of damage but have to run it 4 times to get it to work. Alpha, what's up, man? Got a question? Yeah, no, we're just watching. This is an efficacy Hydra test, so feel free to shoot. What's your question? $101 million so far, and we're at 200 or less than 200 turns. If we linearly extrapolate, we are on track for 500 mil, which would mean that we would do more, which is already a good sign. Oh, we don't have the we don't have the provoke up, but we got the provoke from Lamasu. Okay, there we go. Oh, weird. He didn't overwrite the 1-turn provoke with the 2-turn provoke. Huh. Because Molly can do that. Molly Tankard can override a 2-turn with a 1-turn with a 2-turn. That's weird. I don't know if that's how that should work. That might be a bug. Plarian gave you a promo code. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful reset. Hex champion is Mishinaki. There we go. Just cut in perfectly for the provoke. Great. So one legendary built in on, or no, to get new signups is in a promo code that I offer other people. Okay, okay. Not one that I would want on my account. So if they gave me a promo code, I can pick any legendary, non-void, non-unity, restricted, so no ninja or something like that. Ooh. I mean, if you wanted the most, like, if you wanted the most engagement, I'd have to go Newt, right? I think you have to go Newt if you're saying non-void. Wixwell? No, I think Wixwell's power level is kind of correlated to a bunch of you know, you need all the buff extenders, which you're not going to have at the start. You need, you know, a Titus if you want to go super endgame, who's a void legendary you may never get. I mean, I guess you could get him long term with the fusion exchange, but I think Newt, once you're progressing, or while you're progressing through lower level dungeons, you're not capped by enemy max HP, so you can just one-shot them if you have a decent build. And then long term, Fire Knight Hard is on lock. But also normal Fire Knight is on lock as well. I think Newt. Yeah, so he can't override a 1-turn provoke with a 2-turn provoke. Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to use the footage. However, copyright issues might be a thing because there's music playing in the background. Like, I have a license on my channel to use this music. You might not. So, up to you. Okay, yeah, if you have some way around that, then that works. But yeah, that'd be my only concern on your behalf. But otherwise, feel free. Oh, perfect. You give a testicle for Mishinaki. I feel bad for people without a Mishinaki because I do have a third one that's just sitting in my reserve vault at the moment. I'm the only one that has said Newt. Really? What? Newt is a hot take? What the heck did everyone else choose? You don't have to spoil it if you don't want to. I mean, you know, in fairness though, right? I'm sure everyone has their own justification for it, right? In my mind, I'm thinking like I'm thinking I'm gonna be playing this game for a long time. What would benefit me most long term? And one of the things that people need help with the most in the end game is Fire Knight Hard. So that's where I'm coming from. But then also Newt in the early game progression, like he's gonna carry you in Chimera, he's gonna carry you in Hydra, he's gonna carry you in dungeons. Like he does everything early game. He can even be used in Demon Lord at the very beginning as well. Like obviously as you progress, you start to build out better teams for those niches, right? And he starts to fall out, but he'll always be in your Fire Knight team. Up and through hard. So to me that just makes sense long term. Duchess would be a good promo. I mean, yeah, for the general populace, yeah, Duchess is a good champion. One person picked Valkyrie. I mean, it's old school. I respect it. I don't agree though. Not in 2026. Valk in this meta is interesting, perhaps, but like again, in the context of you're just starting off a new account, I don't think you give a shit about 9-piece Mercurial builds. You're not going to have any, and you're not going to be facing any because you're going to be facing other newer accounts who don't have it either. So you don't want to get too endgame with it. Why are you attacking there? What are you doing? The heck? That's weird. I thought they're supposed to default to attacking the person with the consumption. Oh, we don't have Hex. Because he ate Mishinaki. Okay, that's what happened. Never mind. I apologize. All right. Oh, I was gonna say this could be bad-ish because there's Poison Cloud on the head of what's his face, but he had block buffs on, so he didn't have Increased Attack, so it didn't really do all that much. But that's probably right there. That double hit was probably the most damage we've taken the entire run on Bayek. Man. Apologies. I'll keep mentioning it for those who don't know, but yes, I am once again sick, so bear with me. We're gonna push through. Same reason as Newt, she can protect and be put in Fire Knight Clan Boss. Yeah, she could be, but not to the same extent. Martyr's better than Valk for Fire Knight, agreed. That's why Martyr's on my personal list. You were in here last week and I was sick? No. Last week I was fine. The week before I was sick. But yes. Trust me, nobody's more pissed about it than I am. I was literally in denial the past few days because I was like, nah, there's no way. You can't get a cold twice in a row. And then I look it up and it's like, no, you can totally get a cold twice in a row because it could be a different strain of the flu, or not flu, a different strain of the, you know, rhinovirus or whatever the technical term is. So my guess is that like I got one strain from like the climbing gym, and then I fought through that one, and then I went to work and I caught whatever was going around the office or something like that, or vice versa. That's my guess. Need to go harass other people. All right, good luck, man. I'm very curious to see what the result is of that. I'm surprised I'm the only Newt, but. I mean, I guess I could see arguments, like, I've already made my choice with it, and that's fine, but I could see arguments for, like, Elva, you know, or, like, a Pythion, like, just a super clutch, super strong reviver that'll just kind of carry you through all the content. It's usually you only can pick one champion. True. But, like, I don't know. I think ordinarily I kind of default to supports because DPSs are a dime a dozen. But Newt is just so powerful. I can also see people saying like Fabian or Armand's, but for like wave content, Fabian's not as good because of weak hitting. And the same problem with Armand's, but I'm sure people probably pick them just because. But they might also be more PvP minded. New account, 24-hour. Start with like a Newt Pelops or Newt and 2 Anarch. Yeah, I don't understand how. You know, when do you stop being a new account? Because like I don't understand how you can start off and have 2 Hanorok and, you know, some other promo code, but maybe if you like slow roll your first few levels and then you wait the 24 hours. Maybe that works. I don't know. Apologies, we're dying over here. I'm gonna get some water. Let me know if the run fails. How rude. Oh my goodness. I will you will watch me die, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. We got the oh man. Streaming while sick is, I forget how brutal it is sometimes. Like, you don't think about it, but like just like talking a bunch aggravates your whatever makes you cough. On top of there's mucus in your chest or whatever, which makes you cough, so it's just a really rough combination. Cool. So once we wrap up this, we will hop on the account and start with the takeover. As a reminder for folks, we're going to be focusing on Sand Devil for our lovely community member. Oh, I guess I should mention, I'm terrible at shameless plugs, but I changed the rules a little bit, so let me make sure this is true. It is not true. Okay, now it is true. As of right now, I just turned it on. But the form is live. So if you would like to sign up for the next month's takeover, we get the lovely command there in the chat. And then if I copy that, put it on YouTube as well. Pardon me. So yeah, if you click the link there, you can fill out the form and you can start setting up for the April takeover, which will be in, I don't know, 4 weeks. 25th of April. So yeah, as opposed to before where I had it set up that the signups wouldn't open at the first of the new month, I've changed it so that it starts on the day of the takeover. That way people who are watching the takeover stream can say, ooh, I want to do that. And then as you're watching, you can go sign up. So there you go. Ooh, we got the provoke, but he's about to get eaten, so it's going to get taken down. That could have been bad, actually. It wasn't, but it could have been. Like, he gets eaten right then, and then the Head of Torment pops off. That way we can actually get crit, because the passive is gone. And technically, it's not really being enforced just yet, but technically, if you want to support me, kind of compensate for the takeovers, Twitch subs will help unlock it, and those could be like Prime subs, could be normal subs, doesn't really matter. So that is more of a nice gesture, if you will. If you have a Amazon Prime account and you want to use your free monthly sub on the channel, you can do that. And it does go towards unlocking the month's takeover. But as we kind of get the ball rolling, kind of proving the concept of the takeovers, for now I'm just kind of doing it regardless. So eventually, though, it would be nice to have some form of compensation. But Anyways. So we're what, 200 turns away. Not bad. So we need to do about 100 million, at least I should say, at least 100 million more damage. And we will match our old comp. But I guess ideally we would do more damage, not the same amount. But like I said, we're trading a support for a support, so we're not going to increase our damage dramatically from that. And then we're adding in a lot more extra turns. So that could eat into our turns that we could be doing damage during. Alright, cough drop number 2. Hopefully that can keep me going till the end here. Actually, a quick poll for you guys. How many of you have a Thortrix Lamassu on your account already? Just a quick, like, yay or nay. Because I think of her as kind of like the accessible Necmothar. But I don't know how many people actually use her. You know, I could see an argument. Oh, no, never mind. That's stupid. I was gonna say you could not use Bayek's A3 to save the extra turns, but you'd lose the Veil, which defeats the purpose of him being on. Well, not the entire. Oh, that's bad. Defeats one of the purposes of him being on the team. Eight months in, you got her. Planned for a year. Not bad, not bad. Well, this is bad. I need him to take that turn before Tharion goes. Rip. Double rip. That was like the perfectly wrong time for the reset to happen. And of course now we're just gonna weak it like crazy. Oh damn, that was clutch. Yeah, we missed out on a lot of damage there, though. Poison Cloud was out there for way too long. So we're actually going to do less damage. By the looks of it. So I might do one quick battle just to compare. Because I mean, right then, right, we had like I think Marius did like 2 AoEs into full AoE Poison Cloud. And then Athorion also did a couple as well. And then Marius was gone for a long time, so he wasn't getting turns. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? So we did less damage, but I think that was just a little bit of bad RNG. Like I said, there's variability in these runs and whatnot. Lamasu did about the same, 4 million. That's War Master procs. Marius did less. He did 240 last time, 204 this time, because he was gone. Athorion did 112 versus 134, so a little bit less as well. Bayek did 14, Tuanork did 14, so that's about the same as expected. Actually, I expected a little bit more out of him, to be honest. But whatever. Elva's irrelevant for damage, and then Mishinaki did about the same, 74 versus 78. Let's do one comparison. We know that the team works efficacy-wise. It's pretty solid. They're not really at risk of dying. The passive is strong. Basically, don't have to worry about getting crit at all. $440. Still a bit less. Surprisingly, a bit less damage. So I do think that that's just the extra turns. It's got to be. Interesting. So I don't know. Is it worth the trade? He's a better champion for the slot for sure. But we end up spending more turns not dealing damage, therefore we do less damage overall. Which is a very interesting problem to have. I guess it's a very Hydra specific problem to have. I don't know. What would you guys do in this situation? Would you keep the OG team? Do a little bit more damage on average, or just have a more reliable, consistent team that does a little bit less damage? I don't know if there's really an argument for doing less damage. Huh. I'll have to think about that. Well, for now, we'll just keep it. It's only 30 million, and if we lose class this week, I guess it's my fault. All right, so for real this time, let's. Oh gosh. Let's hop on the guest account and start going with the takeover here. So BRB. All right, here we are. We are on Thanos, the Mad Titan. We're on Thanos's account here, folks, or I believe Joe Boy in the chat. And we are energy capped, which hurts my eyes, but it is not my account, so we will leave that as is. I don't know what he's looking for in here, so we're not going to waste anything. So let's take a quick look around through stuff. Haven't run our dailies yet, so maybe he hasn't started playing for the day. Oh, he's just capped on everything. My eyes. My eyes. No shards. You love to see that. Where are your shards, man? Did you go for Edward? Wait, that's the wrong faction. What? How do you have no shards? I've never seen that before. Okay. Oof. Alrighty. Just doing random stuff here. Okay, cool. All right, so let's start at the top. Level 77, so we're still progressing. We're not level 100 yet. Daily login. We are past Visix, so we've played for close to a year and some change. We're working towards Eric's, not quite there yet. Okay. You can confirm, Joe, in the chat. I think you said you're close to a year, somewhere around there. Great halls being worked on. Couple of 9s and 10s. Still a lot of work to do there, though. What's your default team here? Got a Soros of Fabian, Shuzan, Harim, Predator. Okay, so we got a, I'd assume speed gears on Shuzan. About to D rank in live arena. And of course, the stuff that everyone wants to see. What are the champions? What are we rocking with here? I'm seeing the Curse of the 5 stars, which is very common on amongst newer accounts. Got Mikage, we've got Raka, nice, that's some luck there. 6 fees protection. Got Xenomorph for free, Alice for free, Ezio for free, Mikey for free. I like to see that. Free champions. Play Raiden Spirits. Hey, no shame, no shame. You know, not everyone needs to know life it like the rest of us here. Don't recommend. But no, like I do mean that sincerely. Like, it's good to see that like you're using the free champions because they're not all garbage. So Speed Shuzan, you got yourself Predator / bought yourself a Predator. You got Harima, Ukko, got the recent fusion done. We got a Fabian, Wukong, Leo, went for Leo. Got a Siffy. I'm seeing a little too many Void Legendaries for a year-old account here, sir. Just saying. A Crizia as well. Wow, that's really lucky. Okay. Well, if you have a Siffy, this might be very, very easy. But we'll come back to that. Got a Rathalos. We got ourselves a Ninja, Mashald, Arbiter, Maria, Nishak. 3 years. Oh, you're playing on and off for 3 years. Okay. Well, I guess that question always is always weird, right? Because I feel like people answer in real-time years, and I guess I usually mean it as like, how long have you actively been playing, if that makes sense? But obviously that's a lot harder to quantify. Because for me, I've basically been playing continuously for the 5 years plus that I've been playing, so they're one and the same. But I understand that's not true for everyone else necessarily. So. Okay. Elvedring, we got a Duchess, got a Theodore. Okay, good mix. Rector. Interesting stuff. So I'm looking for a couple of specific things here, and I'm not... I see some pieces, but not all the pieces. But it's workable. And as a reminder, Sand Devil is the goal. A Neri Ninja. That's definitely an option, but that might be a gear limitation. Oh, do you play on your phone? I'm surprised you haven't claimed that yet. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly though, solid. It's a solid base roster, like for a couple of years of going at it. Lots of options. Take a quick look through the dungeons here. What are we rocking? Spider 6. Oh, excuse me. Only mobile. Oh, okay. Only mobile. Fire Knight 20. Fire Knight ally attack. I'd assume if you're running Cryoden, this is Fire Knight hard. Demon Lord Clan Boss, I guess. Sand Devil 20. Okay. Wait, what's your dragon team? Theodore? We running phantoms at all? Maybe? Oh yeah, I already claimed it for you, so you got free 400 points. Alright, Sand Devil 20. Free reign. Open with the AoE. Open with the enemy max HP. Oh, actually, all of her hits are enemy max HP. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Wait, no. Why do you have opener on the alt form? That's not going to do anything. Is she supposed to change forms? Like, Sif... Well, okay. Let's just see. I'm confused. Oh god, I always forget. Turn meter fill, ally attack. Oh, the ally attack brings in the Siffy. Oh. Is this a takeover count? Yes, it is. This is the takeover count. Okay, so we're using Harima passive to tank the big AoE. Okay, so this is gonna take a while. This is gonna be like a, I don't know, 4-minute run. No, 3-minute. I am curious what the point of having the opener on Mikage's alt form is for. That might just be a leftover of previous attempts to run this team. Because obviously Mikage does have a sleep on her alt form, for those who don't know. Okay, 2 minutes. I mean, it's not bad. I see the logic. So we have a couple of ideas, or I have a couple of ideas. The most obvious is just like an eerie ninja, which I've never personally run, but I think that takes like a minute or so. Maybe 90 seconds? Or maybe it might be 90 seconds if you have 5-star brimstone, which we don't have. She's already in regen. I don't know off the top of my head exactly what the speeds need to be. 2 minutes on 25? Okay. 2:45. Oh, it's close to somewhere between 2 and 3 minutes. Okay. So that's one option. From my memory, I believe people run regen immortal, not just the regen for the tankiness. I don't know if that matters. Yeah, that's not gonna do much, eh? .205 speed, Godseeker. Well, I guess who, if anyone, who's off limits, Joe? Who can't we steal gear from, if there is anyone who falls into that category? .209 speed, immortal regen. So looking like 200-ish speed in the 220 for Ninja. Okay. That's much slower than I would have guessed, to be honest. I was trying to see if there's any percentage boots. But they're all speed. I mean, I guess that this could work, but there's no speed on this one. Works at 196. Shuzen. Okay, don't touch Shuzen. Fair enough. I definitely think that she's safe. I mean, the 6-star blessing is good. The defense might be a bit low. HP's in the right zone. Is this defense? No, these are HP. Whoa! That's it? Oh, okay. I'd probably go with the defense ring with HP. If I had the choice. Probably be this one. Okay, so that's one idea, right? The other idea, let's do this pop-ups, please. We'll start at the bottom. I assume Aniri's in the lead spot, right? I would assume this is priority 1. I would assume that you revive first and then you heal. Cool, appreciate it, guys. So that's one team. The other concept that may not be possible yet, but Siffy makes it very, very easy to do if you have her at the right speed, which you do, is, of course, for anyone who doesn't know, she has an irresistible sleep on the A1. So as long as you're above 270, you just sleep, and then kind of easy pickings from there. Oh. In order to pull that off, you need a really solid debuffer. We don't have Arbiter. Or no, we do have Arbiter. We don't have Vermontu. Which would be really great, but okay, not an option. I assume we don't have Marius. Yep. So no Marius, no Vermontu. Someone asked about Newt earlier. I'd assume there's no Newt. There's no Newt. So the only way this could work, and we're not going to be able to test this, is if you had Siffy, who opens with the A1, followed by this. You would need... Where is she? You need a Ruella speed tuned to go right after Siffy, so 270 plus. Because you want this ability, decrease defense, weaken, decrease speed. Then you probably follow it up with that. And then you would need your DPSs. So I would imagine on this account, I'm blind. Where is she? Yeah, Acrizia, of course. Is you get... You don't want to do this, at least off rip. So this is only 20% of the max HP. I don't know what else you could do. Obviously, most people that do this run, you know, newts and all that craziness, right? So... But it's just, it's an idea for like the future, just because you have Siffy on your account. I'm not seeing any other enemy max HP people. I don't trust Lammasu to do the right thing every time is the problem. But we haven't even gotten to the reset part. What was I looking for? Oh, yeah, we don't have a Donnie, we don't have a Kaimar or Yumiko. We have a renegade, which I guess is the same thing as a Donnie in this instance. We do have Lammasu. Yeah, I would worry about the number of hits. I don't see that working. Painkeeper's too weak. Don't have a whisper. Yeah, okay. So this is like purely conceptual, but like you have the sleep, the debuff, one of the nukers, you'd have some other nuker, then you'd have some form of reset. But the champions don't exist to pull that off. Like it could be like Acrizia Ninja, but I don't think that would do enough damage. Maybe it would with a really powerful ninja. But then you would need like your you need like a renegade or something in there. And then maybe you would also need like a little bit of RNG with like a relentless Acrizia, but it doesn't really matter. That team's not going to work. Nikrizia and Neri would work for the duo. I feel like that'd be slower, right? Because you're not gonna hit the cap.
Okay, now this is epic.
All right, so let's see if we can tank her up here. I don't know if there's like a specific threshold you need to pass for her to survive, but obviously the 6-star awakening is giving you the maximum like damage reduction passive, also the maximum yeah, maximum miracle heal, which is good. These banners, though. I think this is your best bet. I assume Deacon is not doing anything. Nope, he's naked. Okay. He is naked. There's no speed here, but she's already a little bit too fast, right? But we still need to look at the other gear pieces. This is comparable, but more biased towards HP, which we don't really need. We need more defense. This is obviously better. No, we're going to slow her down. We're going to slow her down. But I'm just making sure that this is the banner before we... Actually, no. Don't full split. Okay, that's not terrible. We are not sitting pretty on glyphs, so we're not going to worry about that. I'll let you do that if that feels worth it. So 3.8k, 65. I think you've got the best thing here already, honestly. Like, if I had my choice, I'd be looking for defense with flat HP, which is exactly what she has on. So, because the inverse, like the defense you get is so minimal, that's just not even worth, like, if you, like an HP, the HP amulet is decent stats at 16, but the defense substats are dog. So, that's probably your best bet here. I'd still venture to swap this to that other ring. This one. Because there's no downside here. You lose 100 HP, which is nothing. And you gain stats. Again, you can glyph that higher. You can take this to 16, get more defense. 3.9. Alright, what do we got here? Speed crit. Is there a speed range for the Iniri? Because like you guys are all over the place. It's like you're saying I'm seeing like 190 to like 240. Does it matter? Oof. That's your only helmet. Okay, well, there's no option there. That's your only helmet. That's rough. I was like, this is not doing much for you in terms of survivability, but there's no other choice. Unless... The only way is if this, like, doubles HP. Nope. It's not great, but it gives you speed, HP, defense. The only thing I would do, if for some reason she's too fast, is just give her a bit more HP with this. Which is like, obviously, you know, this is a terrible weapon, right? But like, for the purposes of this build, unless this doubles HP, which I doubt. Nope. $70K-ish. 4K-ish defense. And then I don't see the Immortal coming in clutch to finish out the bottom. Like, these are HP, obviously, but then we're maybe a little bit too slow. And these are both 6-star, so I think you kind of keep that one. So 223. It's got to be annoying too for you guys that like every run you have to do this thing, eh? And then Ninja is 210. I'm seeing various speeds for Ninja as well, for anywhere from 190 to 220. So I'm not sure how much that matters. Hell attack, okay. I mean, those are decent gauntlets, I'll give you that. Wow, where is his speed coming from? How is he 210? Need more accuracy? True. What's the threshold now? Because they lowered it, right? What is it now? Stages tool, help me out. $500? No, maybe they didn't lower it. Okay. What are we in? Oh, 5-piece feral. Interesting. Wait, we have 5-piece feral. And pinpoint and an accuracy pattern, and we're only rocking 250? Oh, right, the Great Hall. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you didn't max. Okay. You're missing 60 accuracy there. Plus, plus 8. Interesting. We're definitely running lean here for sure. I'll give you that. So, I mean, I guess for the purpose of this run, right? Is your ninja used elsewhere for other content? Brutal Hydra. Oh, you have no Chimera. Okay. Okay. You don't really use them? Okay. So, I think the damage part's kind of a luxury, right? It's really, all that really matters for this is just the burns. I could see an argument, maybe, for crit rate gloves. Ooh, can't steal from Predator. Okay. Oh, you really need is actually... Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if we can, like, overachieve, I just want to see if it's possible. Why are these on Akoff? What is happening here? Do you use Akoff? Doesn't look like it. Spanner Lords. Oops. Dude, I'm so used to my account where there's a bunch of accessories. It's a different faction. Holy moly, we only have 2 rings that are attack. Okay. I guess that doesn't matter then. Need him for faction wars? Okay. Yeah, I think it would be super tough to try and get him crit capped and the right speed and enough accuracy. Affinity Breaker? I don't even think we're that far in Doom Tower, dude. Yeah. Slash, we don't farm Nether Spider. Nope. I mean, in this case, Perception is your friend, right? Perception and Feral is definitely what we're going to rock. Get that accuracy as much as possible. I mean, these are like, okay, right? You trace the revival path? Oh, from here? Oh, is that how you got... I guess that's how you got Elva then. That's cool. Alright, we're definitely taking the divine speed off. We don't need that. Let's start with the boots. I'm looking for... Ooh, looking for accuracy and something. Theodore is probably important for Dragon. I would probably just take... Oh, my bad, guys. I don't think a single pair, except for this one. Okay, this is the one pair that actually rolled accuracy. Theodore is for Dragon, Heart Spider. Yeah, those are important. I'd say that, you know, your core dungeons are way more important than your than Sand Devil. Ezio, what do we got here? Whoa, holy crit cap. We're probably gonna need some of this gear. I feel like only because most of the boots are... There's barely any accuracy anyways. So I want to start here, because this basically... mostly crit caps, I think. I want HP, I want attack. Damn, really? Nah. Okay, we need more accuracy than speed. Ugh. God damn. I was like, crit damage is okay. Just by chance, we did. No, no accuracy chests. Okay. Low-key cursed. I don't know if it's cursed. I think it's just with more playtime, you'd have more stuff. You know, there's no way around that, right? Nope. Okay. Like maybe we can forward something. No dice. That's brutal. Yeah, I let's just see about broken sets. That's not bad. Right? Yeah, I was like, yeah, you have really solid champions. I don't know if I'd venture to say cursed either, to be honest. What's up, Zara? How's it going? I want to take speed gear from Arbiter. This could work. Oh, that's a great piece. Look at that. Whoa! That's great for damage, but that doesn't help us in this situation. I kind of like this, to be honest. What silver are we rocking? I don't want to burn through it too much. Do you plan to do the gear enhancement tomorrow? Starting tomorrow for the Titan event? I don't think Mikage needs Feral, right? Oh, she's like half naked. Okay. Go on through our best blessing me with the relic. Okay. Point being, I don't want to, you know, if you need to do part of the gear enhancement tomorrow, I don't want to waste a bunch of silver because you can level up stuff that is not like, it's not essential that it's fully maxed out. Like this could, you know, triple roll to accuracy, but ideally the double roll is enough. So we have 2-piece Feral. No, we have 3-piece Feral. Whoops. We got him at the ring. Okay. Oh no, no, that's good. Never mind. Yeah, 3-piece Feral is accuracy, not speed. Alright. So we have 3-piece Feral. We're at 300-ish. So ideally, the top row is all perception. I want speed and accuracy across the board. Oh, it's 4-star. I was like, what? Oof. Yikes. I mean, I guess if you're like a preset user, you could just swap the gear on to Ninja when you need it. Overkill in accuracy on him, but okay, so we're basically kind of there on speed, maybe, sort of. Do we have like some just like redonkulous accuracy piece? There's this one, obviously. $193, 400. We're at 1 perception, so this is going to give us 40 accuracy, right? So we're at 440 plus whatever's on the piece. We need 500, but like you're not going to land it every time, but you might land it most times with this build, which is probably as good as it's going to get. And then you could get the rest of the accuracy from like the Great Hall. That's only 8. I needed anything with accuracy. Like, yeah, literally just like Molten Death Bell. Boom, 50 accuracy there. Like the effect of it doesn't really matter. We just want the accuracy. And then the perception set, no matter what, will give us plus 40, which brings us to 480, which is basically where we need to be. So then maybe we can go for a little bit of speed. Or maybe we might just go with the Theodore helmet. Or this. Get a little bit more damage out of him. It's not pretty, but $210, $505. I think we're ready for a test. I think we have everything set up. Correct me if I'm wrong. But homie does the big AoE. We die. We bring Ninja back. Ninja goes boom, boom, boom. We tank a hit. Iniri heals herself. Or no, we don't take a hit because he's still asleep. So she comes back around, heals herself after he wakes up, and then we're basically full HP. I think mostly close. Yeah, not full, close to it. Ninja does, I guess, this, and then he should die after that, right? I think that's how that works. Let's see. Yep, we heal. Bang, he dies. She heals. Oh, she can't heal herself on the A1. He's healing. He hits. You heal. She hits. Kills. Revives. Reset. Boom, boom, boom. Wakes up. Heals. Yeah, we're in sync. Ooh, big crit there. You can do it without presets if you want to run it with food. Oh, okay. So their AI is smart enough. The main thing I'm looking at is how much damage is she taking from his A2? Specifically when he crits. Because everything else is minor. So right, this is what I'm looking at here, this hit. So that was a non-crit, 30k. I want to see another critical hit on that second one. The miracle here is absolutely goated though. I don't know if you bought the 6-star or if you got lucky with the 6-star, but that's like... that's making a huge difference. Are you gonna crit us or no? He just, okay, he doesn't want to crit us, I guess. Is she gonna do it? Nope. That's so tragic. She can't do the damage. That's 1 HP. Oh my god. He had 2,000 health. That's crazy. Well, I mean, hey, we made it work. There you go. Done and dusted. I mean, that's your baseline, right? You know, you can swap the gear on when you need it, but I think we basically kept Iniri mostly where she was, right? Like, I changed the weapon, gave her a little bit more survivability, but again, you can glyph that for more HP. You can glyph this for more HP. Glyph this for more HP if need be, like if the runs start to fail or something. More HP here on the boots, or both HP. Defense here, up take the ring all the way up to 16, get more defense there. HP here. Everything. literally I guess not speed. So, like, this is a solid baseline, and then you can, if you get unlucky and she dies randomly in a run, then you have, what, 6 pieces of gear that you can glyph for more survivability. And then put Ninja in this when you need to run Sand Devil, and I guess we stole... the only important person we stole from, I think, was your Theodore. Yeah. right, let's do one more run just to make sure we're not. I'm not missing anything. But masteries, I think his and area masteries make sense. They're at least they're what I'm familiar with. Because you got the extra HP, you got Spirit Haste for the extra speed, all the healing stuff on the left, and then all the tanky stuff here on this path. You know, counterattack doesn't really matter. Makes sense to me. Run it with food? Yeah, we can do that. Oh, I didn't know. You also had Ferric in the fat, which other people do. But, I mean, if you have Ninja, you might as well. It won't work with food. She might be too fast and die. At 223? She does have Spirit Haste, yes. Oh, the no food. Oh, okay. Oh, you got Narma. Narma's fun. Although, I don't know. I still feel like I can't in good conscience recommend anyone build Narma because she takes so many goddamn bucks. Still no crits. 33k. $34, no crit. Should I have not said anything? I guess I shouldn't have said anything because ever since I asked for a crit, he's not crit. That's crazy. 36k. Why can't other bosses be like this? $36, no crit. Or 30,000, no crit. That's wow. There's no way he's gonna do this entire run without critting us, right? 32? Am I gonna eat those words? No way, right? 35, no crit? Wow. I just want to know what his freaking crit is on the A2. That's all. Like, it's literally for science. I just want to know how hard he is. Like, she's gonna be basically he died. Like, she's gonna be full HP more or less by that point, just based off how she cycles. But I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say that he's probably gonna hit her for like 50k on a crit. Which shouldn't kill her. But again, if it does, you have the glyphs to increase the HP and defense and all that stuff. So I honestly, I had very little hope for this one, but we did it. I mean, you literally had like the perfect champions to make it work, so that obviously helps. And like I said, long term, you have the basis for a super team down the road. So like, once you get your Ramontu, like you drop Ruella and you put in Ramontu, who is a lizard man. Who's void, good god. I guess it's kind of a trade-off, right? Some people go one way versus the other, but Ramen 2, you can go for the all or nothing, like where he places all 4 debuffs, and then you have a chance to not land any of them. 3% chance not land each one, which could be good or bad depending upon it, but you get 4 debuffs instead of 3. You don't have to worry about affinities. Get the decreased defense and weaken. Or, what I think is more accessible for most people, but it's up to you to decide, is Ruella, who we talked about earlier. This has like a 99% chance of landing all 3 debuffs, just because you're trying 75% chance on each hit 3 times. Even with the 3% chance, it compounds itself towards a relatively small number, but it can still happen. I have seen it happen. But anyways, like thinking super long term, right? You have the Siffy sleep, you have some sort of debuffer, you happen to have a Crizia, which is 2 hits. Eventually you're gonna get Marius, right? So that's by default, you're doing 50% of his max HP. You reset with the Renegade, and then you do the other 50%. So you're set up for now, and you're set up potentially for the future just because you happen to have Siffy. Blood Shield Ring, I don't think we're doing CVC at a high level here. Yeah. But yeah, Joe, I hope this is what you were hoping for. So we got you a team. I did promise that I would prospect Fire Knight hard for you, but based on what I've already seen, my hopes are not very high. Because I am not seeing the freeze that I would like to see. Oh no, you do have your Carl. Okay. What are you rocking? I'm not sure what Mikey does, but if you're thinking like, high level Fire Knight hard, your double ally attack is definitely the way to go. You're going to want your Carl in there because you have the freeze, decreased speed. You're going to want your crowd in there. The last spot is where things get a bit more optional depending upon how high you want to go. Like, this is your core for stage 6. You don't have a newt, obviously, but at least for stage 6, I only run double freeze. but granted, my double freeze is Newt and crowded, so grain of salt. But if you build like a relatively damage maxing your Carl, and you could either, you know, hope that you pull an Eldor in the future to pair with this, or you run double cryogen. I know people do that, but like, this is your core for Fire Night Hard. Double freeze, double ally attack, plus something. There you go. No Newt, just pull some shards. Yeah, Lou, yeah, let's pull some shards. Can we get Newt out of mysteries? Like, no BM, dude, but like, wow, I've never seen 0 across the board. That's wild. But alright, we will log out here. Turn your account back over to you. Best of luck. And then also, shout out to you guys in the chat. Much appreciate the help there. Like I said, I personally have never built the Godseeker Aniri team. So I kind of had an idea, generally speaking, of what the concept was. But as far as the exact speed tuning, I appreciate all the tips there. So community, like I said, it's a community takeover. Daniel, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, man. All right. So we are back on Lemaine here. And what are we, 3 hours in? Yeah, we can probably wrap up soon. Don't have all that much to do, but I do want to test out, I mean, I've done a little bit of testing so far, but I want to test out more Bayek in live arena. This dude in supersonic? What the heck? Oh, he is in supersonic. Weird. Have I done my summons? Nope. I always, unless there's a like specific progressive chance that's limited or time limited, I always do my summons on Sunday night specifically. I'm gonna be training them champions for the next day and a half. I discussed it earlier as far as my plans. I'm going to see if I can get my sacred allotment down to like 15. As of right now, I've done all of the upper Titan event points, and I'm just going to go through the Chaos Horde to the champion. Am I pulling for Edward? Yes, I will be going for Edward. So yeah, I want the Chaos Ore, or I will go through the Chaos Ore. I'm gonna get the champion. I'm gonna get the mythical fragments. One of the keys, and then I'll wrap it up with the last Titan event points. So as of right this second, that would cost me 20 sacreds. But as you can see here, we still have a day and a half. And I think of this as I have 2 resets as well, instead of just like raw days. So we have today's Saturday. We have the Saturday night reset, a couple of hours, and then we have the Sunday night reset. So after all of that energy is used, I'll see where I'm at, and then pull Sacred Sunday night. And so somewhere between 20 and probably 16, ideally 15, but I'll see if I really care to push that high. Doesn't really matter. I have the Sacreds to spare, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, 59. I like to, it's arbitrary, but I like to stay above 40 on Sacreds. Like after pulling for a guaranteed event. So this is in the wheelhouse of ideal for me. So keep that trend going. But yeah, no, guys, I'm excited for sure, because it was meant to be that we I won't get this badge unless I pull Pontiff, but you get for getting all 5 of the assassins, you get this avatar frame but in gold, and that's the one I wanted. Oh, I mean, I just wanted the assassins because I like Assassin's Creed anyways, but I was losing hope on Bayek, man. I was losing hope for sure, and literally we just got lucky. Like, there's no other way to put it. I really wanted them to do a Leo thing where the guaranteed was the path, but it wasn't the case. But we just 2x voids, 10x on Bayek. Last 10 pop, he popped out. Pure luck. Rub it in. No, I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm just trying to, you know, stay humble. Where it's like, I wanted it, but like it, without RNGs, it would not have happened. Point blank period. So, lucky me. With RNGs, all things are possible. I don't know about all things. No, I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding. You're good. Some things are possible with RNGs. I would definitely not say all things. Because for me, like, once I wrap this up, I'll show you guys. But like, I used to be a lot more confident in, like, you know, I'll get that champion eventually, XD. I want to say, like, my account within like the first year, you know, I saw all like the Seer comps, and I was like, meh. You know, I'm not a huge fan of Seer. I respect people who use it, but I don't want to use her personally on my account, and I still have that rule. And like, literally my Seer is somewhere down here. Yeah, only 1 copy, but she's down here. That's my Seer, unused in the reserve vault. And I was like, I want Poison Explosion because that's a lot cooler. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pull Eleanor or Xavia eventually, you know, and I'll just have that, and I'll build a team. And then like, years go by, Stage 21 through 25 comes out, which kind of neuters the compositions. Hard mode comes out, which kind of kills the compositions. And still, to this day, I don't have Eleanor, and I do not have Xavia. So for me, it's like, I don't have full faith in RNGs. It's like, oh yeah, I'll get that eventually. It's like, if you haven't gotten it in 5 years and they keep adding more and more champions to the pool, I don't really believe anymore. I'm not gonna lie. In order for me to get Poison Explosion, literally, they had to do a new champion, which is Balar the Lost, and I was never really a fan of that composition with him in it. It worked, but it wasn't great. And then I was literally saved by them buffing Narma and making her a Poison Explosion. And I happened to have her sitting in the vault because she was trash before that. But like, that was just, I got lucky that she was able to fill the role. Well, actually, for a long time, just like they kind of switched they changed their stance, but initially they said they kind of declared that they weren't going to add more, you know, counterattack champions, AoE. They weren't going to add more Poison Explosion champions because they didn't want to do that, and they kind of changed the rules over the years, which tended to happen. But yeah, got lucky there. Ezio. Ezio works, but he's not as clean. He's not as bad as Balar. He's better than Balar. But what I find when I say he's not clean is that he has to be the last poisoner, which is easy to do, right? Speed tune wise. But I prefer the poison ability separate from the explosion ability so that when you get to the dragon or the boss, you have more poisons available. Like, that's, for me, that's the ideal situation. Just pull Cowblax. I do have a Cowblax. Actually, yeah, I can't show the team because I don't have enough energy anymore. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention about RNG is my lack of faith. And we've talked about this before, but I know, like, basically all of you would say, like, I'm not going to do this fusion because I'm just going to pull the fusion champion later because I always pull fusion champions. And that is true for most people, it seems. But literally, to this day, I've missed 5 fusions that I've been playing the game for, and I have 0 out of those 5 champions. Like, I wish I had that luck that other people have, but it's not happened. So I messed up Marinix, which I don't regret that much, but nonetheless it is true. I messed it up. Never pulled her. I messed up Helicath, which I do regret. Don't have him. Never pulled him. I wasn't playing. I took a brief hiatus in 22. I think it was 2022. And I missed Karato. Never pulled him. I missed Operdin, Clanfather. Never pulled him. And then I missed Nari the Lucky. Those 3. So those are the 5. All 5 fusions that I missed. I've done every single other one that I was actively playing the game for. All the 5 that I have missed, I've never pulled them. So I am immune to this rule, apparently. So yeah, I have a relatively low level of faith in RNGs to deliver things. But nonetheless, every once in a while, it does work out. So I don't complain. All right, let's do a couple of fights alive arena. I showed you guys the Bayek build earlier, but for those who weren't around, he is currently in 6-piece protection, crit rate gloves, a little bit of crit damage. He's not a primary nuker, but he is kind of like a Freya DPS or like a UDK DPS, kind of filling the gap. I still first pick Fabian because I just have no idea what people are running nowadays, either the Stone Skin or the Mercurial, but we're kind of set up for both. Or ideally, we set up for both. One to 3 on average a year. Void legendaries, if you're like a high-end player, like really on your shit, you'd get 2 a year on average. If you're kind of casual, you probably get 1 a year on average. Okay. You might be fighting us for speed, so let's go with the Marius. Potentially counter the Empress. It's the, well, it's beginning-ish of the season, but also kind of low level in the season. So I'm less concerned about picking Bayek first because most people don't have him. So we save him for later. And still, most people go for Fabian. Anyways, so now we whip out the Bayek. We can ban Arbiter here and we'll be pretty much set up. He's probably gonna ban Marius or sorry, he's gonna ban Marius or the Fabian. So we want to be able to ignore Leo's unkillable unless we want to ban the Leo, but I don't really think that makes sense here. It's like Mesmel, nice. I guess we can run nice in this one. And before anyone asks, Bayek is level 51 because he does not have full masteries, because I haven't had the chance to run that yet. Ooh, Armons. Okay, well, we ban the Armons then. He bans the Fabian, that's fine. I'm actually going to put Bayek in the lead. He should go first, but we'll see if his team is properly speed-tuned or not. God, dude, my nasal passage is going through it right now, guys. At least it's like loose. I can feel that it's loose, but we're still not out of it yet, unfortunately. We should cut in here when you turn meter fills. Oh, never mind. TMI, sorry. He got feared out, unlucky for him. Oh, that was the gemstone giving us the extra turn. Increase accuracy. And then, bop, bop, bop. No crit. Unkillable, that's fine. Pop. Oh, not quite. But he can't crit, so we like it. The fight's over. He's gonna do this and then literally hit nothing. Oh, okay, he crit nice, but that's probably a bad thing for him. Well, actually, that's annoying because he put nice in the ult for him, which I did not want. Okay, GG's. That's the power of Bayek there. Especially when you run him with higher accuracy nukers. So Sanguine Maria is going to fit nicely into that kind of ilk too. The nice was not really that relevant there. Weren't I sick last week as well? No. I was not sick last week. I was sick the week before last. But yeah, I somehow managed to go from a cold, a week off, into another cold. Which I did not think was possible either until I looked it up, and apparently that is totally possible. My best guess is that, like, I got the first cold at, like, the climbing gym, because I climb, for those who don't know, I indoor boulder. And there are always a bunch of kids on weekends. So I think I got sick from there. I got better. And then I went back to work because I obviously worked remote because I didn't want to get my office sick. And then people in the office were sick. And so they got me sick last week. So 2 different strains of rhinoviruses. That's my best guess. Alright, we run it back because there's an Empress, high-powered Siphi there with temporal chains, which is an interesting choice. So far, 4 successful runs on the Sindel. Hey, congrats, man. Glad it's working for you. Increase accuracy, so that could counter us. I think this time we're gonna run the Bayek Carnage comp. And then we're gonna ban our base. Hope you get well soon. Oh, I will. I mean, you know, antibodies are kind of like still within my system. Ooh, he might actually ban Bayek here. Yeah, I was like, with the Ialil pick, I think he's gonna just super turn meter fill and kind of just take me out. Our first Bayek ban. No one has banned him thus far. So this guy is a knower. So we probably just die. Unless reaction? Of course not. And no chance. Oh, now reaction procced. A little bit late, dude. We're already dead. Ow. Sleep. Wait, necrosis doesn't wake you up? That's stupid. I could have sworn that necrosis wakes you up from a sleep, but maybe it wakes up your allies. It doesn't wake you up. I don't know. Is what it is. That was outdrafted. Like there's no way to there's no way to outspeed an Ileal who already starts with buffs. It's practically impossible. So I guess we should have banned the Ileal. I forgot who I banned. But, you know, when you go against a comp diff, it kind of just is what it is. Okay. We're gonna go Carnage here. Who's the other person? I kind of want to go Sify. That's a little bit redundant with Bayek in Galathir. We're going Nani, just in case he whips out like a Cavalax or something. We're gonna ban the Marius here. Because obviously increased accuracy would go against the plan here. Ah. Okay. Well, the thing is, if his plan... If his plan is Ezio, we can handle Ezio. Because he's not going to know about the untouchable Donnie, who's immune to the poisons. So he might be more tempted to ban the, He might be tempted to ban the Galathir here. And then we buy time with, if he kills Wukong, good. Because then he's not controlled by the Armons. So we're actually not going to run Bayek here. I guess we kind of locked that in anyways by picking Donnie, which I didn't realize. What's the difference between a bad motorboating accident and a good one? I'd assume the bad one actually involves boats. I don't know. Okay, I was on the right track. I was on the right track. We're on the same wavelength. Alright, he does this. He tries to sheep Donnie. We get sheeped. Okay. Ow. How's live arena going? We'll find out in a few seconds here. Alright, so we revived, so see if you can't sleep the Wukong. I think this is GG. Or not. Oh, wait, she doesn't have her revive? Oh, never mind, this is GG's. Yeah. Yeah, literally the plan there was like... Oh, we used it for speed. Oh, people waste that shit. You can't waste that on your Arbiter, man. Okay. Yeah, like I said there, like we banned the Marius, and then all we have to do is survive the Ezio from the jump, and then we're fine. Because Wukong's gonna come back eventually and get a turn, which is exactly what happened. So. We played that one smart. Ooh, God, 21,000. Rip. Woo, boy. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, we gotta get rid of the Marius. Yep, definitely gotta get definitely gotta get rid of the Marius. This is Zibia's. How do we kill him with the Zibias? I don't really know how to do that. I think we kind of rock the Rotos here. And then I think we rock the Carnage. And then we're gonna hide the Bayek until last. Make sure it's a good play here, and then we ban the Marius for their increased accuracy. That way, like, we have AoE Zibius. So the Nice can't kill us. But if he goes Taurus Marishko, we might be in trouble here. Or if he goes Taurus, I mean. We're still probably gonna get absolutely bodied here because he has a freaking empowered Nice. You know what I mean? So I'm not getting my hopes up. But oh man, he's gonna style on me, bro. Gonna get bodied by a Razzlevarg? Well, that's embarrassing. Oh man, we're about to get bodied by a Razzlevarg, guys. This is gonna be embarrassing. Yeah, he bans Bayek, which makes sense. There's no way to win this. Dust of Bones, appreciate the follow. Thank you. Welcome in. Mercurial anywhere? No. Okay, actually none. Who's the turn? I don't know who he's gonna give the turn to. Razzlevarg, I guess? Oh, he gave it to Nice. Is he gonna block Revive Carnage? Okay. Oh, you piece of shit. You piece of shit with the triple hitter. You killed Marotos. Is there any polymorph here? There's no polymorph here. Wand? No wand. Okay. Because Marichka can climb, so I don't want to risk her just getting the fear. I wanted to go for the Petro. He has to A1, or, okay, that works too. Oh, I'd rather cut in before the Nice! Is fear a fake debuff? It is not. Oh, actually it's locked out. Let's kill him. This is gonna kill Marichka, which I don't want to do. Oh, no, she lived. Okay, that's actually good. Wait, how did I not steal her HP? What the heck happened there? Please bring in Nice when you attack Rotos. Attack Rotos, bring in Nice. Damn it! Unlucky. I don't think he tried to change forms last turn. I don't know what that was either, I guess. I wouldn't risk it though, because you know you're gonna get the transform automatically, right? Alright, so we kill her now, hopefully no aspect. Okay. Kill him again. Lock out the Shuzen. I'm not gonna risk the weak hit. Let's get the fear out there again. Fuck. Oh no. I was hoping for a counterattack there, actually. A3. Oh no, he went for the revive. Oh, instant turn? Oh no, she's locked out still. Ooh, are we checkmated? If I revive, he AoEs and he kills. I think we're checkmated. My only chance here is if we cut in and... No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're checkmated. He just goes for the AoE here and we die. Yeah. Yep, checkmate. That was a unwinnable situation. It didn't matter what he did because he had the AoE, and Rotos is revived with what, 50% HP, I think it is. Yeah. Damn. I also don't like how that interaction works. So with Nice, like it prevents him from dying, right? And forces him to change form. But what I don't like is that when I use Rotos against him, because he's HP based obviously in form 2, I don't get credit for destroying his max HP because he changed forms or whatever, that interaction. I don't know what's going on there, but I feel like it should count. Like if I send him into the alt form because I hit him with the A2, it should steal some of his max HP and thus reduce his damage. I don't know why it doesn't. Anyways, I'll save these for later. Not gonna worry about that now. But yeah, we're only gonna do the quick 5. We got to see Bayek at least do one turn, and then he just got banned the rest of the time, which is gonna be the case going forward anyways. That's just how people are gonna react to him, so not surprising. But yeah, for the sake of my nostrils, I'm gonna call it here today, folks. But yeah, no, I mean, hey, success. We tested out Bayek and Hydra. We did our successful takeover. We broke the glass on the case of Sanguine Maria, so excited to use her more potentially in the future. So good day overall, I would say. Let me hop on to Twitch and see who we can raid today for all of my lovely Twitch viewers. And then, of course, for everyone or anyone watching via Twitch, if you didn't know, shamelessly plug, I do also make YouTube content. So if you do want to check out my videos, there's the link to the YouTube channel. It's more of similar type of stuff where I just show what's possible in the end game, even if you don't spend any money. So. You know, obviously it takes a lot of time, but you can definitely get there and you can do some fun stuff like me. Bonus stream for Tag Team Arena. Oh, good point. I think that's the plan. TBD. Depends how I'm feeling. Because I haven't yet decided if I'm gonna go into the office on Monday. I need tomorrow to tell me how I'm feeling. So I'm more likely to do that if I'm still feeling under the weather tomorrow. But if I'm feeling better, I might go into the office on Monday morning, which means I don't want to be up too late on Sunday night. So long story short, TBD. But I'll let you guys know. Or I guess I won't let you know. I'll just be randomly live. But never mind. But yeah, the idea would be, though, that if I do stream tomorrow, bonus stream, we'd be making the, hopefully, air quotes, final, or fingers crossed, final push into Gold 4 Tag Team Arena, finally. And see if we can do it. So, lots more to do. I think Bayek is going to make that a lot easier for Tag Team Arena, so I can tank a lot of more hits. So, I'm less afraid of Predator now. Excuse me. With Bayek on my account, so that's good. But anyways, yeah. If you are interested in a takeover, you want to, you just were so impressed with what we pulled off today. Can't even say that with a straight face. You can check out the forum here. There it is in the Twitch chat, and then on the YouTube chat. I'll put that in there as well. Apologies. So, yeah, you can fill out the form, and you can shoot your shot, be entered in for the chance to win the takeover for next month, the April takeover, which should be on April 25th. So that should be fun, hopefully. The form will tell you all the rules, so I'm not going to summarize them here, but just be forewarned. There are rules. So, yeah. Possibly stream tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling, but if not, then these streams are always Saturday mornings, Pacific time, 10 a.m. Pacific time. And so, yeah, we'll be here, at the very least, we'll be here next week. So let's get the raid started. I see my buddy SMZ is live, so I'll send you guys his way. If I can find it. There it is. He's doing some, I guess, casting of Live Arena. He's hosting a tournament, for those who don't know, of kind of just players and creators. So it looks like he's going through some of the results of some of the matches. So I'll send you guys his way. Hopefully you do have a lovely rest of your day. And yeah, until next time, have a good one.